Hello, my name is Joshua, and today I'm going to show you how to open a new account. So first you want to open your internet browser. So I'm using Google Chrome. When you open it, you should see a page similar to this. You're going to enter theentrustgroup.com. Once you're there, you're going to hover over open an account, click that. Then you're going to scroll down, click open my account now. Here you're going to enter your email address. Click next. Then we're going to send you an email with the 6-digit code in it. So if you don't have your email pulled up already, I would recommend to open a new tab and go to your email domain. So if you have an email with Yahoo or gmail.com, you want to go there, log in, and then look for that email. Once you have the code copied, you're going to paste it here. Click next. Now you have to create a new password. Click submit. Your internet browser might ask you if you want to save the login information. That's completely up to you. Your online profile was successfully created. Now you're going to log in using that same email address and password. Click submit. Your internet browser might ask you if you want to save that information again. Now, before we continue, we require a multi-factor authentication. That just means that after you enter the email address and password, we have to send you an additional confirmation code in order for you to log in. We can send that code as a text message, as a phone call, or you can use an application like Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator, Dual Mobile App, or Authy. So today we're going to choose the voice or text message. This is usually the easiest and fastest way to go about this. We're going to enter our phone number. We're going to click submit. I'm actually going to change this to call. Click send. I received the call and I got the code. So I entered it here. Click submit. And now you are going to start entering the information it asks here. So this is going to be your basic information, name, phone number, email address, date of birth, social security number, etc. Are you considered to be a politically exposed person? No. Your primary address has to be the address listed on your ID. If the address on the driver's license doesn't match the address on the application, we will need address verification. So this can either be a copy of a utility bill, a pay stub, or an official billing statement. It must be recurring and dated within 60 days of the current date and have your name and address. You can upload this file in the same area where you uploaded your driver's license or passport. You can add a separate mailing address if you want. You just have to click this box and then enter that. If not, leave it unchecked. And then answer, does the address on your government issued ID match the address in your primary residence? Yes. If you've been referred by a business partner, you can click yes and enter the name. Otherwise, just click no. How did you hear about this? You just want to answer that. Here's where you want to upload a picture of your driver's license or passport. So what you'll have to do if you don't have one already saved on your computer is you're going to have to take a picture of it using your phone. And then you are going to email that picture to yourself. And then, of course, you'll have to open your email, save that picture on your computer. And that way, when you upload it here on our website, you can locate the picture where you saved it on your computer. Usually it's the downloads folder, or you can save it to the desktop as well. And then you can upload it there. We're just going to upload any document there. Click next. Here's where you're going to select the type of IRA you want. Keep in mind, all of our IRAs are self-directed. Self-directed is just a management style. It's just how the IRA is managed. It's not an actual account type. So you'd still have to select traditional, Roth, simple, whichever you want. And all of them, again, are self-directed. If you're not sure which IRA is for you, we definitely encourage you to consult with a financial advisor or CPA. You can also click this arrow next to each account type, and you can see a brief summary of what it is and how it works. So today we're just going to stick with traditional IRA. Indicate the type of investments you are considering. Please keep in mind you're free to invest in other types of investments even if you didn't select them. How will you initially fund your account? Will you be transferring from another IRA into this one, making a cash contribution, doing an indirect rollover from a 401k or a direct rollover? Click Next. Now you want to add a beneficiary. At least one beneficiary is required, and you can add an individual, which are people. It could be a family member, a spouse, children, or you can add an entity, and this is like a trust or charities, things like that. If you don't have their social security number or date of birth, you can leave a blank. Same thing with phone number and email address. But we do need the address. This is going over the fees. So there is a $50 account establishment fee, and this is a breakdown of our quarterly record keeping fee. Our website does have a fee calculator. So if you go to our homepage, theentrustgroup.com, then at the top of the page, click fees, scroll down, click calculate your fees. You can enter the information here. And that is the annual fee, but again, we charge and we bill quarterly, so you would have to divide that by 4 to find that out. About $124.75 a quarter. Scroll down, and if you click the arrows here on the side, you will see a breakdown of all of the fees, as well as the adoption agreements and other documents there. Then you want to go ahead and click on this checkbox, click Next. There's a $50 account establishment fee, so indicate how you want that paid. And then as far as the annual record keeping fee and transaction fees as well, indicate how you want to pay those, and then click Next. And this is the very last page. You just want to make sure you entered all the information. You can also print a copy if you would like for your records. And if there is something that you want to edit, you want to click on the edit button and get that changed. Go ahead and click on Submit Application. And there you go. You have opened the account. The account number will be right here. It is pending open. The compliance team does have to review it. That typically takes 1 to 2 business days. One thing to note is we have a 7-day policy where we cannot send any funds within 7 days of the account being opened. So if you do have a tight deadline for an investment request, just please keep that in mind and open the account more than 7 days before the deadline. And that is how you open a new account. The next steps are, after compliance approves it, is to fund the account. You can fund it via a transfer from another IRA into this IRA, a rollover from a 401k into this IRA, or an annual contribution. And the fastest and easiest way to do that is to click Fund Account under Quick Links. Select your funding method, click Next, and follow the instructions. Once the account is funded, then you can make the investment. And to do so, you just want to click on Make an Investment. Right now it is blocked because the account has to be approved by compliance. But that is how to open an account. Thank you.